We have some beautiful boneless, skinless chicken breasts here we're going to cook today. And first I'm going to fillet them and cut them in half because they're so darn big. I have a couple of different ideas what to do with these. You know, chicken is such a versatile thing. There's a lot of different recipes you can create with chicken, and especially chicken breasts. So anyways, what I have in mind here, we're going to cut these in fillets. See how I do that? So that way they're just like 3/4 inch thick still. These are really big chicken breasts. One of my ideas is going to be a chicken and veggie meal that I'll probably serve up with rice or potatoes. And then the other ones are going to be little chicken fillets to make chicken sandwiches or chicken nuggets or whatever. But see how I filleted these breasts into steak slabs. Okay, so now I'm going to throw a little seasoning on these. Okay, I recently picked up this seasoning from some local folks here in Modesto, and their company is called Seasoned Campers, and you can find them on Instagram, okay? But this is one they recommend for chicken, okay? It has salt, lavender, flour, and a few other seasonings in there. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this on here. Looks like it has maybe some sea salt, some other things. I'm not going to put too much because I don't like a lot of salt, but salt is a good flavor. Okay, so we're going to pat that in. We're going to flip them over. Okay. A little bit more here. Okay, so we're going to let that sit and rest about 15 minutes and let the seasoning soak in. Seasoned Campers on Instagram. This one's lavender seasoned salt. They have 3 or 4 other flavors that are for chicken, pork, whatever. You'll have to check them out. Okay? We'll be back. Got our pan up to temperature. I sprayed a little canola oil in there. And we're just going to fry up these chicken breast halves really quick here. You know, chicken breast cooks a lot faster than the dark meat does, so maybe just 3 to 5 minutes on each side. You keep an eye on it. Alrighty, it's been about 5 minutes here, and I've been keeping them moving a little bit. That don't look like they're going to stick, but you have to make sure they're not going to stick in your pan. When you're using an electric skillet like this, it's usually hot in a circle right there, so that's where your heat is concentrated. So we're going to start flipping these over. They're looking pretty good so far. All right. So we're going to go another 5 minutes with them in that position here. Now, as you can see, I didn't use much oil in here. I just gave it a little spray of canola oil because whenever you're using a no-stick pan like this, you don't need to use a lot of oil, okay? It's cooking up very nicely here. Okay. Just a couple more minutes and it's going to be ready. Then we'll go to phase 2 of this operation. Okay, this chicken breast meat is done. We're going to remove it from the hot pan. Just set it right in here for a minute. But look at how toasty and nice and evenly cooked this stuff is. Came out pretty good. Okay, the next phase of our dish here, we're going to put in a little extra virgin olive oil in here. And today's vegetables, and you can use whatever you like, but we happen to have asparagus and onions today. And I cut up all the asparagus in little chunks. I cut the end piece off on the stalk, and I kept the little spears together there, you see? And I chopped all the little onions in chunks there. So we're gonna dump all this stuff in here. I've got the oil heating up, and we're gonna saute this stuff for a few minutes. Get all these veggies cooked up. So now that we have our veggies in here simmering, I'm going to add some minced garlic. You gotta have your garlic. Big tablespoonful. Okay, maybe even a little more. All right. We're going to mix this all up now. So we're just going to saute all this basically until the onions are translucent, and at the same time these little asparagus chunks will be cooked up. Oh yeah, looking good so far. I haven't had asparagus for a while, but the market just got a big load of it in, and it was on sale, so I bought a lot. Alrighty, as you can see here, our veggies and onions are almost done. And what I've done is I took all that chicken meat and I cubed it up into 1-inch chunks. And some of it actually was still a little pink in there, which was really all part of the plan, because we're going to cook it a little bit more with the veggies. So we'll be stirring this around a little bit for additional maybe 5 or 10 minutes at the most. And actually what I wanted to do is I'm going to put a little bit of this vegetable broth in there that I had left over from something yesterday. Just a little bit on the bottom. Get that boiling. And I'm going to add a smidget of my salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, paprika stuff that I like to put on everything. Okay. I did sample the meat with just that lavender stuff on there, and it was pretty good. I like a little more black pepper on it than that, but it was good. Everybody has their different taste. We're going to cook this a few more minutes, and then I'll show you the finished product when we're all done here. And this is going to go over rice. I think I'm going to make some rice or some risotto to serve this with later. Okay. Starting to look pretty good here, guys. Okay, folks, this stuff is ready. I'm going to turn the burner off. As you can see, I warmed up some of my risotto here, which is actually like a pasta rice size stuff, and I put a little corn in there. I have another video on cooking that stuff if you want to check that out. So we're just going to put a little bit of our chicken and veggies on here. Okay, and that's a good little meal right there. Chicken, asparagus, onions, risotto, and corn. And don't forget, call these folks up, Seasoned Campers on Instagram. They make some good seasoning. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.